Hey, Rana here from the Expert Project. Today I want to share with you the LinkedIn newsletter system that you need to turn your connections into subscribers, seed and sell your services, and deepen the relationship you have with the people you're connected to on LinkedIn. Here's what I know. Over the last 12 months, LinkedIn has really changed. What it was and what it is really different. It's evolving. And we have to evolve how we're using it as well, because it's not just about DMing people, because AI is changing a lot of things. It's really about how do we create connection, increase our credibility, and generate more conversation. And in this video, I want to share with you how LinkedIn newsletters are helping us do that. LinkedIn newsletters are part of our strategy that we're integrating with a lot of our client campaigns and helping consultants and coaches connect with their perfect future customers and drive a lot of conversations at scale so they can grow their business. LinkedIn newsletters is one of those things that most people will turn on or add and then not know what to do from there. So today I want to step you through exactly what it is, what it does, and how it can help you. So let's dive in. What is a LinkedIn newsletter? Well, a LinkedIn newsletter is essentially a little feature that sits inside of your LinkedIn profile. Now, if you haven't turned this on, what you'll need to do is go to your LinkedIn profile and there'll be a little thing called creator mode. And creator mode is one of those little features, let me just pull it here, that you can turn on and will give you access to the cheat sheet. By the way, if you want a copy of this cheat sheet, all you need to do is go and in the box below, type in newsletter and I'll send it to you. So all you want to do is type newsletter and I'll send you a copy of the cheat sheet and my notes. So you have everything you need to set up your LinkedIn newsletter and turn your connections into conversations. So what you want to do is make sure you turn on creator mode, and if you meet the new LinkedIn newsletter criteria, I think it's about how many connections you've got, etc. You go to the Creator Hub and there'll be a thing called Creator Tools, and it will say available next to newsletters. And mostly it's not that difficult, but it'll just help you, access it, because ultimately what we've seen is that the biggest difference is that LinkedIn has now changed articles to newsletter. And so in your activity, you'll see that newsletter is one of those options. Articles is no longer an option. And it gives your audience a chance to subscribe. And when they subscribe, boom, you'll be notified when there's a new article. Others can see that you are a subscriber. So it's amazing for you to be able to do it, because you can get people to subscribe and it immediately grows your brand. Now, here's an example of one of our clients who on the 24th of July, you can see there's the timestamp, started his LinkedIn newsletter. Now, if you can't read it, let me read it for you. He started up on Tuesday, created our newsletter on Tuesday this week, and already, I think a few days in, he had 2,580 subscribers, and he created this funny video of me. He's trolling me. Can you believe he's trolling me? And the thing about Luke is he's a competitive guy, and he wants to beat the amount of subscribers I have. So he's really trying. And as you can see, let's have a look at how it's played out for him and the results that he's getting. Funnily enough, he's like, I think I'm getting more conversations as a result of this. He called his from incident to insight, which is great because he's in safety and he does incident investigations. So he's at 4,000 subscribers, and that was 3 days ago. So today is the 22nd of August, and he on the 19th of August, he is now 4,000 subscribers in. And we're having a good laugh because he really, really, really wants to get ahead of me. And you can see the journey, 3,800, and then he was at 3,200. So he's just going and going and going, and 2,800, and now he's at 4,000. And look, as funny as it is, the reality is like LinkedIn comes down to distribution. So let me quickly show you how LinkedIn works. Your LinkedIn profile right? Looks like this. And then you've got all of these things that you can do on your LinkedIn profile. LinkedIn newsletters is one of the things you can do. If you want to have a look at what we call the LinkedIn flywheels, these are the strategies that we implement with our clients. You can click below and there's a video of our 500K formula, which walks through exactly how we use LinkedIn. What we find is that you want to connect with your perfect future customers first, right? You need an audience. Without an audience, you're going to limit the amount of opportunity that you have. The other side of it is we need to ask. And when we ask, we need to be able to make offers. And there is a couple of ways that you can make offers. You can ask people if they're interested in something, right? A lot of people have challenged by that, and that's fine, or they have concerns about it. I often say it's not what you do, it's how you do it that makes the difference. And the other side of it is that you can invite people to things, right? So I totally get that. Like, I think invitations are easier to make than trying to make offers, right? Because we feel like we don't want to be spammy and we don't want to do all the cold DMing stuff, which is totally fair. But DMs do create conversations and invites also do create interest. Both of them can work. The aim for us is that we want to be able to generate emails from our LinkedIn connections, and a newsletter is a way that we can nurture, right? Both of these are nurture strategies, so people can hear from us. We can educate, we can entertain, and we can inform. And these are the three ways that I like to look at newsletters, is like, how can I educate my audience around some of the things that I know that can help them? How can I entertain them, make them laugh, make them remember? And how can I inform them of updates or things that are changing in the industry? The last thing we look at is events. And how good's my handwriting, by the way? Events. So events are a really great LinkedIn strategy as well. And that's a video. I'll probably pop that video somewhere around here if you want to look at how we run LinkedIn events and you want to download the LinkedIn events cheat sheet. That's available too. But today, newsletters are a really great way to nurture. So if you have created a LinkedIn newsletter, then I'll share with you today how you can optimize it. And if you haven't, then all you need to do is comment the word LinkedIn newsletter or newsletter, and I will send you a copy of this, and I will also make sure you get a copy of our LinkedIn newsletter formula so you can sort of set one up, right? Pretty cool. Okay, so a LinkedIn newsletter is essentially a tool that allows you to publish things. I often think, if you want a little guide, 300 words is a sweet spot. Right? So people don't want to read long, bloody newsletters that sound like they've been written by a robot. And I have this rule, if you're ready to hear this rule: if you wouldn't read it, don't write it. If you wouldn't read it, don't write it. If you write something that you would read and you go, that's interesting, that's educational, it's informational, and it's entertaining, great, do it. 300 words, have a crack, have fun. And you'll notice that in my LinkedIn newsletters, a couple of the things that we've written here. So if I go to my LinkedIn Advantage and you have a look at an upcoming event that we've got, notice I'm informing people, you'll see I just wrote this basic email, 300 words, it's a bit of an image on it. You can add URLs to it so people can click, right? Register now. It's really cool. You know, if they click there, they can click out of LinkedIn, go to the page and register. So you can promote, but you don't do it by saying buy my stuff, right? You make it as simple and easy as possible. Here's another example, right? If I take another one, this is more like educational. So if I'm educating people on testimonials don't work, what I'm saying is I write a little bit of an idea to educate my audience why testimonials aren't working, and then I link to a YouTube video so they can watch it if they want to. They can click to it. So it's a really good way. Newsletters are a really good way of increasing distribution, right? So you can really just get LinkedIn, either move them to opt into something, move them to view something, but they really transition people off LinkedIn. Because if all you're doing is posting content, and by the way, content's great on LinkedIn, but it's very, very transactional and it's highly perishable, which means that as soon as you post something, you've got like a window of like maybe 10 to 15 minutes and then it's dead, right? Like it's very, very, like no one sees your LinkedIn content after a while, but your articles, they have a stronger sticking power because articles or newsletters, you have subscribers that get informed. So you actually email them, like they get an email saying that, hey, Rana's published something and the topic comes through and it's great. And so you'll see here at the end of every email, I have this PS. I'm trying to maximize distribution by saying, if here are some other ways that I can help you. And I'm letting people know about how I can help them, right? And so I give you that strategy here inside of this guide. By the way, again, comment newsletter, I'll send it straight to you. So here are the features. All LinkedIn members can discover, read, and share LinkedIn newsletters. Don't let the word newsletter fool you. I don't want you to think of it like a newsletter. No one wants a freaking newsletter, to be honest. What people want is they want good quality connection and information. So don't send it like a newsletter that's boring. Make it 300 words, make it short, make it personal, and make it relatable. Again, if you wouldn't read it, don't write it. Any LinkedIn member can subscribe to a newsletter, and once subscribed, the newsletter author, you can see the subscriber's name, profile photo, job title, and headline as they appear on LinkedIn. Now, this is kind of cool. I don't promote my LinkedIn newsletter at all, but the one thing I know about my LinkedIn newsletter, I can view stats, right? And when you look at stats of a newsletter, every time I send it out, that might not be a lot, 588, but if you don't have a big database, that's pretty cool. Like that's not bad, right? The impressions, email sent, 2,588, 30% of the people that I sent to. So if you think about it, that's 750 people opened up that email. 750 people. Most consultants I work with don't have an email database of perfect future customers. So it's really hard to create that connection. So they're going to be posting every day and it's exhausting. But that's not bad, right? And then I've had 1,280 people just view my article. So I'm like really I'm liking it. I can see who it is, where they're from. And then I can see who's viewed your profile since this post. Wow. I can actually look at Adrian and I can message him. I can look at Hanley and I can say, hey, would you like to, I saw you read my newsletter, is there anything I can help you with? And you can start, you can have a look at all the people that are interested in what you're doing, that are engaging with what you're doing. And to me, I really find this stuff really, here we go, newsletters. So this is the creator tools I was talking to you about. I find this stuff really interesting because most people miss the opportunity to deepen the connections with people that they are connected to. And when you can find the data inside of what you're doing, you can actually just reach out to people and say, hey, I saw that you were interested in, this topic. I've got some more resources on it. Would you like me to send them across? And the other thing is, the more you send these newsletters out, if you go to view analytics, let me just do that again for those of you who missed it, sorry. If I go back to click on my newsletter, you'll see analytics, right? Now, analytics, I can get a good 28 days of results. And by the way, I don't promote my newsletter at all. But when you can promote it the more you use it. And the reason I don't is because I have a pretty decent email list. And so I'm constantly pushing people to my email list, which is, I do that. This is one of the ways I do it. So look at the article views I've had in the last 28 days, 20 subscribers. So it's like one subscriber a day. Not bad. I could do a post and I could say, hey, subscribe to my newsletter if you'd like to. But you could see, look at the views right? And if you want to, you can start seeing subscribers, and you can see that there's like subscribers trickling in every day. 2. Oh, someone unsubscribed. One. Look at that. 1, 2, 3. Blah, blah, blah. Like, for most people, we're not actually even trying, like, this is another way to connect with people that we are interested in doing business with. I can see all the job titles, industries, location, look at all the data that I'm getting just by having this newsletter. Now what I can do is new subscribers. Anybody that's subscribed to my newsletter, I can actually reach out and say, hey, thanks for subscribing to my newsletter. So I could go to Tracy and I could connect with Tracy. I could look at Phoebe. I could message Phoebe. I could say, hey, Phoebe, thanks so much. Look, we're already having a conversation. So that's awesome. I can get a bunch of data, right? Most people say, I don't have enough leads. Well, what this does is you can see people engaging with your newsletter, and then you can reach out to them. If there's a topic that they're interested in, ask them if they'd like more help with that topic. If there's a specific, resource that you shared, ask them if they'd like more of that. And I think about LinkedIn newsletters as ultimately a really great way to just deepen the connection with the people that you already connect with on LinkedIn. In terms of like how to create a LinkedIn newsletter, there's a few things I just want to say here. And by the way, again, in case you're just sitting there, you haven't, just comment the word newsletter, and I will send you where you can get a copy of everything I've got here today. And by the way, if you do like this video, just like, subscribe, because we're dropping resources, content, frameworks, and templates almost every week. My goal is to help you make as much money as you can with the tools you already have in front of you. I don't want you to have to create more stuff. I want you to do better with the stuff you've already got. If you're already using LinkedIn, just use it better. Even if it's a 5 to 10% increase in what you've already got. For some of you, that can be another $5,000, $10,000, $20,000 a month that you could be generating from LinkedIn. So these things matter. Tiny details matter. So, sorry, wrong one. Let's go through this again. So I like to think of a LinkedIn newsletter like it can be on brand. And the way I think of it is, what is it that you want your newsletter to signal? The expert advantage. Well, experts, if you see yourself as an expert, you might go, okay, it's also our brand, right? And then what it does. So what it is, the expert advantage, what it does. Weekly insights for coaches and consultants to transform expertise into 7-figure businesses. Subscribe to get notified. Great. And I've actually got another tool. If you want to map it out, you pick a topic. What's it about? Write a description. What does it do and how does it help? And then I often think about your posting cadence. You can post up to 3 times a week, I believe, with your LinkedIn newsletter. If you want, just post once, right? Once a week. Get into the habit of posting once a week. It's really good to share your videos on. As you can see, you can go to my profile, check out exactly how I'm doing it, and you can follow along. And you'll see that I post pretty consistently, like probably twice a week, I'd say. So it's pretty cool. How's your LinkedIn newsletter going? And if you need to, you can update your LinkedIn newsletter to make sure. Let me just dive in here. I feel like I'm going around in circles. Let's go back to my profile. Let's just do it the old-fashioned way, hey? So, here we go, newsletter. These are some newsletters. So you can see that, like, I posted, the 2-minute read. It's awesome. You can see all the different versions. 300 words, notice. So yeah, like, you could have a look, go in, check it out, have a look at what I've done and how I've done it 2 weeks ago, 1 week ago. I think it's like once a week. Once or twice a week is what I post. So in here, it gives you your topics, compelling descriptions, all that kind of stuff. And this is what I said at the end. One of the things I think about consultants is we often don't make enough offers. So we don't make offers because we don't want to be spammy. And the easiest way to do that is every time you send out something educational, I want you to think of something like this. Here are some other ways I can help you. And notice I've got 3. You might only have 2. And here are the things that are really important. Think about it like this: freemium and premium. Right, 1 is freemium, 2 is premium. So what I mean by that is if it's freemium, what is another channel where you give someone something that is free, but it's not garbage, right? Like it could be a tool, a template, a resource, a framework, another video training, something that will add value to deepen the relationship with the people you're connected to. So as consultants, I know it's helping them refine their offer, helping them generate more leads and opportunities, helping them refine their sales process, helping them present better so they can turn, they can light up the screen and turn presentations into profits. So what are you doing to continually add value to your audience? That is freemium. And premium is a really solid call to action, right? So a great example of a freemium. So this is freemium, steal my LinkedIn system. And premium is you want to work together, just DM me expert for an invitation. I'll send you the details, right? Premium is if you want to work together, do this. And so if you only have one thing, you might have to say, if you're interested in doing work together, book a time to map out a plan here. I often think about it like this. If you're going to put all this effort into content, what is it all for? Where are you leading people to? What do you want them to do? And then make everything very specific around that action. So at the end of every email, talk about it in all your posts, make sure it's optimized around your LinkedIn profile, and then finally make sure that you run some events to educate people on it. Again, I'll add some resources to the comments of this video below. If you need any help, please let me know, here to help. In the meantime, run your LinkedIn newsletter. Let me know how you go. If you have a LinkedIn newsletter, let me know what's working best for you in the comments. Let's keep the conversation rolling. But in the meantime, I'm Rana Saini from the Expert Project. Subscribe, like, and comment newsletter, and I'll send you all the resources from today's video. Take care. Bye for now.